My name is Kumar. I am a MBA graduate having total 10 plus years of experience in SAP HCM with payroll, and since 2014 I am working for SAP SuccessFactors Cloud HR application. I plan to cover core ECM module. So later in coming videos I will share the list of the topics which I am going to cover no, complete videos. This video is useful for end users, consultant, graduate and MBA graduate, also for BE graduate who would be interested to work in HR application. I am going to cover step by step by configuration, so I am not going to show any PPTs. So all the configuration will be discussed based on the my real-time scenarios, and it's really helpful for the who would be interested to work in HR application. So let's start discussing about the basic understanding of the product. This is an HR application, so you should use it for all HR the process in day to day of in any of the organization. So this product works based on the URL, so we no need to install any software in our the local system. Also, one important interesting thing is, so we are not going to write any coding in this application. So all the functionalities would be developed by SAP HCM. So you are just as a configurator, so we will take the business requirement and we will configure in the system. So let's know about what is a success factor. So before 2010 the success factor as a company, so later it is acquired by SAP. Since 2010, so completely this application handled by SAP. So this application useful for all the HR activities in any of the organization, including hiring to termination, compensation module, variable, onboarding, recruitment. So like that we have some couple of modules in this product. So let's know about the modules in the success factor. So we have AC. This is a core module in the success factor, so we are calling as a employee central module. So we have onboarding, so we have onboarding 1.0 and also onboarding 2. So 2 is the latest version. If someone would like to take the certification and onboarding 2, so prerequisite is employee central module. So as a consultant should be certified first in employee central module, so later they can only eligible to take the onboarding 2. So we have something called compensation, variable pay, recruitment, so we are calling as an RCM. So we have so PMGM, succession, career development planning, LMS, learning management system, and JOM. So JOM is nothing but it's like a Facebook where we can discuss within the organization about any of the social activities. So I am going to discuss only on the core EC module. So I'm not going to discuss on either time of either the benefits, either timesheet. Okay. So in SuccessFactors, Employee Central module is one of the biggest module, and it is one of the key module to run the business in any of the organization. So before going to discuss core Employee Central module, so let's have a discussion about the product. So in the SuccessFactors, we have two main things. So one is provisioning, another one is the instance. So the provision is the backend application, instance is the front-end application. As a consultant, we'll be having the both the access. However, for the business people or the end user, so we'll give the access only to the instance level. So if you need the provisioning, so we need to take the certification in any of the modules, whether it could be employee central module, compensation, either variable pay. This so then only so we can map the instance to the our provisioning. Instance is nothing but where we are developing all the business configuration. So normally for any of the license, the SAP will give the three instances. One is development instance, preview, another one is the production instance. So normally development and the preview will be mapped in one provisioning. However, the preview will be having the separate provisioning. Okay, so I hope that you got the basic uh, understanding between what is provisioning, what is the instance. So provisioning we just use to activate the some of the functionalities, also used for to run the some of the jobs. However, most of the configuration we will do it in the instance level. Even I am a consultant, so 95% of the configuration will be done in the directly in the instance. So provision is just apply, as I already mentioned, just we are using to activate the functionality as per the business license, and also based on the module will activate the some of the functionalities, other the features. Okay, so let's know some basic links where we will going to raise the provisioning access, and where we will raise the SAP support access and all those things. So which I am going to show now is where we are going to raise the provisioning access, as well as where we are going to raise the client instance mapping to our the provisioning. Once you certified, you will get a separate link for the provisioning. So in the provisioning also it depends on the data centers. Okay, so in SAP we have something called DC10, DC12, DC8. So nothing but it's a servers. Okay, as I already mentioned, it's in a cloud application. So based on the country or the region of where the project is implementing, so based on that they will give the data centers. So data centers 10 is normally allocated in the city. Okay, and like that they are distributed in Europe, US and Middle East. Okay, so when you're raising the request, we should know the client license, whether they got for the license for DC10, DC12, DC8. So based on that, so we need to raise the provisioning request. Okay, so once you log into the this link, SCM Cloud Success Factor, so for this we should need the SUser ID. So SUser ID, once you get any of the service provider, so you need to talk to your SAP team, so they will initiate the SUser ID for you. So using the SUser ID you need to get certified, so later only you can able to log into this application. Okay, so once you log into this application, so if you go to the bottom, so in the top we have operation request, reference URLs, demo instance. Even you would like to request for the demo, so you can click on the demo instance request, you will get it. Okay, so you want to initiate for the provisioning, so here you have the my provisioning account. So here you need to raise the request selecting the data center. That is the first activities. So once you got that access, so you need to map the instance, the customer instance access request. So if you see here, so we have the customer instance access request. Okay, so when you're raising the customer instance request, you need to attach the approval mail by client, that is if you are working any of the project, and you should provide the approver email ID. Also you need to attach your certification. Okay, so in on the online they can check no, they can check putting your email ID is SUser ID. They will come to know that whether you are certified or not certified. So once you complete these activities, now you need to start, once you started the project, so you should know where you can download all the standard SAP documents. Okay, so later we'll come to know what is data model, what is pick list, what is workbook, all those things. So just need to know the where we can download all those documents. We have something called partner edge. Okay, for even for this we need the SUser ID. Once you log into the partner edge, so you can go to the product, So here we have something called SAP HCM, Human Capital Management. So here we have the SAP SuccessFactors HCM. So once you click on that, so you will get the respective module in the SuccessFactors. So if you once you click on that, the system will take you to the respective place. Here we have something called implement. So under the implement you have the tools and assets. So once you click on that, so you will get these links. Okay, so core HR, we have something called employee center. So here we have something called implementation administration guide, the custom pick list, kickoff templates, and configuration workbooks. So configuration workbook is nothing but, so what we are going to do the in the system. So before that we should get the requirement from the client. Okay, so all those things we are capturing in the configuration workbooks. So SAP is already delivered some of the standard workbooks for employee in EC. If I am talking about in employee central module, so we have the time of configuration, benefit configuration, workflow related workbooks. So where we have configuration workbook for the foundation object. Okay, and also we are going to configure the employee profile. Okay, so all these configuration workbooks available under these things. So under the configuration we could see, employee central master data models. So we have something called employee central master pick list. These are the SAP standard, so we can just download it and we can import it into the client instance. The similarly we have the implementation. If you would like to implement any of functionality like loans and advances, for that we have the implementation guide. So referring to that document we can implement the functionalities. So another important link is job. So job is like something like a Facebook, but however we are posting all our day-to-day issues in these groups. So when I started career in 2014, so job one of the most useful link where we are posted a lot of issues and clarification. So we used to get a lot of response from the product engineer as well as who already come across those issues. So people are posting the solution for that, but I'm not sure nowadays the people are using uh, this link very much, but still, so you can check for any of the previous issues and I'll come to know that. So another latest link is SAP community. So here we can post our new requirement. So assume that XYZ functionality is not available in the SuccessFactors. So this is a forum where we can post the client requirement. So that requirement will be analyzed by the product engineer. So they will consider what is the requirement in the market. So based on that they will analyze and they will come up with the releases. Okay, so again if you go little bit bottom, for all the links we should require the SUser IDs. So here we have something called product. So here you can select the module called employee central module, and when you posting any questions, so here system automatically gives some of the hints which is related to similar kind of issues. So you can refer those issues. If the solution is already provided, so you no need to post that requirement. If you could not, if you didn't get any solution, then you can post the requirement. Okay, so another important link is Launchpad. So Launchpad is a SAP tool where we are raising the support issues. So for example, if you are working for any of the development or the preview or production, so if you're facing any of the application errors, something like that, so you can raise the request using this link. Okay, so normally this will be normally given to the business people. It means that for the client, so whether you can take the user ID and password from that client, or the client has to request the access for you also. So you can using your user ID also you can raise this ticket, or we can use the client user ID and password. Okay, so again here we have the priority like very high priority, high, medium and low. So very high priority will be considered for the production issues like a system down. Okay, apart from that, so normally based on the business need we need to go with either high, either the medium. Okay, but here also we will be getting lot of KBS nothing but knowledge based articles. If you are finding any issues for that issue, the SAP is already provided the document, so referring to that document we can fix the issues ourselves. But still If you are facing the challenges, then you can go with SAP ticket. Okay, so we have something called knowledge base. So you can select the knowledge base. You can, in the beside to that field, that section, you can type the issues, so you'll get the KBS. Okay, so these screens are normally keep on changing. They won't change any function, but look and feel of the links, they will change it. But normally these are the video screenshot I have taken almost 1 year back. If I see now support link, it's completely changed, but the output is same, input and output is same.